Hello! Yes, hello! It's GrandGoten, and it's time for another How to Make a Modern Anime Game. Today's special is a new type of dish. Step 1, we choose a franchise. You. Step 2, now let's pick us a arena, character, some simple combat, and a developer. Oh, we have just enough axes to use. On to step 3. We're just gonna mix it all together, you know how we do like last time, but we're gonna use this monkey's paw and make sure to just say the simple phrase of, I wish for a good kill la kill game. Now, let's see what we've got here. Oh no! No! Oh god! Oh god, what have I done? Published by Axis? No! That wasn't what I asked for! I've made a terrible mistake. Kill la Kill from Studio Trigger is a fantastic magical girl show taken to the big battle manga extremes. Following Ryuko Matoi on the search for her father's killer, leading her to Honotru Academy, facing off against Satsuki Kirin and her Elite Four using superpowers granted to them by clothing. It's dumb, stupid, and over the top. Goddamn, I love it so. The anime aired from 2013 to 2014, and it did get its flagship anime arena game in 2019. Perfect timing, honestly. It's just like I arrived 4 hours late to an exam because I like tests with a time handicap. Now, to be fair, maybe it just took this long because they wanted to make sure everything was just right. You saw the beginning of the video and you know I'm kind of wrong. So, rather than doing what most anime arena games do, following the anime's main storyline, they opt for a big ol' what-if scenario, focusing on Satsuki rather than Ryuko. Ryuko and other characters like Mako are integral, but they just aren't center stage this time. And what is this oh-so-special what-if story? Satsuki's stuck in a dream world after the events of episode 8. It's good that. I guess I'd say slight spoiler warning, since it does actually spoil events after episode 8 in a way. Ragyu appears early, sending everything into overdrive. Events of the anime happening way too fast, to the point where characters actually point out that everything is moving really quickly. Skip the school raid event, don't need that. School wars, nah. That would mean more playable characters and a bigger roster, but no, cutscene exclusive. Fast forward straight to when we have Satsuki's plan for her mother happening. No mere mention of the nudist beach at all. No DTR boys. So instead of Ragyu's plan of going ahead with the original life fiber, it becomes the primordial life fiber, a giant baby looking thing that is not pretty to look at and I hate with every fiber of my being. So, Satsuki gets a big ol' powered up form exclusive to the game, which looks pretty damn cool actually, fights the primordial life fiber, and wakes up to commence the events of the anime. Then you unlock Ryuko's mode for the what if, and it just fills in some plot points and reveals that Satsuki truly woke up because Ryuko essentially had to beat the shit out of her in her dream to finally wake her up. Something, life fibers. The story is okay. No, it's kinda bad. Honestly, I've just stopped caring after how stilted the cutscenes were. I know that Kill la Kill did some stilted animation intentionally for a joke a few times, and I thought it was giving the attempt there in the first cutscene, like giving us the feel of the show, but then it just kept going, and the cutscenes just really started to bore me with barely anything going on to keep me invested. One thing to force you through the story is that you have to play certain chapters to unlock any of the multiplayer modes. All 3 are locked behind story progression, and I've never seen a fighting game do any of this stuff, and I hate it. It's terrible. If I want to go ahead and get murdered by a pro Mako player online, just straight from the get-go, I will go ahead and do that, mister. Each character plays exactly the way you'd think they would. Ryuko and Satsuki use their Kamui, Ryuko being aggressive yet simple, and Satsuki being elegant with more combos and a bit less damage. Both get variants that have whole new combos, speeds, and abilities attached to them, which is a nice little addition. I do like that. And now we got Non Jakuzure. She's got that classical music going on. You can blast that out at people with so many projectiles and beams. Ira Gamagori, large, in charge, and into something a little tasty.
Joke's on you, I'm into that shit!
He can only commence attacks by having damage inflicted upon himself, by himself, or by other players. And then, once it reaches full 100%, he becomes quite the beast. Hoka Inumata, what you get for hitting random on Wikipedia 42 times in a row. He can analyze and attack his enemies to rack up lots of damage. There's data clones as well, and I honestly have no idea what happens when his data bar reaches 100% because I never got to do it. Uzu Sanagayama. I hope I said that right. I said that wrong so many times. He's in the big boy mech, slashy, slicey, but in mecha form. There's nothing much to him after that, except my inability to say his name. And we got big Ragyo Mommy out there. Many ranged attacks. So many ranged attacks. And best girl Marco, don't fight me on that. Kicking everyone into high gear with her baseball bat. She's pure fun, insane damage, and when it wants to be good projectiles, baseball bat and flying kicks, though, that is the main key. While forgotten by the what-if scenario, our nudist beach boys are actually there in the game as playable characters. And they're really boring. It's just a giant robot with really simple ranged and physical attacks. There's nothing special unless you want to count their chain gun special, and the fact that occasionally you'll see the sparkle effects for when they appear, like in the anime. Post-editing Goten, I forgot about new Harame. She uses clones. It's pretty good ranged attacks and stuff. That's it. And that's it for the roster. Really poor, even by anime arena fighter standards. Now, while, yes, the roster is pitiful, the actual gameplay isn't too bad. It's standard button mashy feelings, cause it's an arena fighter, shock and horror, but you can still try for big flashy combos, and the gimmick called Bloody Valor. Now, what is Bloody Valor? It's your ultimate move with rock, paper, scissors. It takes a whole new meaning where you have to win 3 times to gain access to the ultimate move the character can pull off, and I think it just becomes a one-hit kill then. Also, it's a thing you have to do in the final fight when you're Ryuko versus Satsuki. You have to win Bloody Valor to beat the story. But we've got a whole host of modes to choose from. I'm lying really badly.
Just go on the internet and tell lies?
There's story, obviously, the locked multiplayer modes unless story is beaten. Practice mode, where there is a horde mode where you fight covers for as long as you can. It's really bad, don't bother. The game really wants to force you into one versus many scenarios in the story mode, and it just never works. It never works. Cheap shots everywhere. At least characters look nice. Character models look really good. I actually really like them. They pop, they've got the flair you'd expect when performing big flashy combos. Arenas are quite bland, they're all just flat surfaces, attempting to pull iconic locations from the show, but then nothing truly stands out in the end. Soundtrack is banging though. Quite good. It's got anime pieces, it's got lots of original stuff in it, and it really does help the game shine that little bit. But in actuality, Kill la Kill If is sad. It makes me sad. Its gameplay is good. Its characters look good. Its soundtrack sounds good. Ipa looks good in the script for some reason. But it has a pathetic roster, horribly stilted and boring story mode, which leaves you with just baffling unlocks like standard multiplayer. I'll keep harping on it because that is a big issue for any fighting game. That should not be the case. Better off just not bothering with it. Then again, I don't feel like a lot of people actually did with it coming out many years after Kill la Kill left what you could consider its pop culture zeitgeist. But you know I have a problem with anime arena games, and I will not stop getting more. I've been eyeing up the original One Piece ones as well, the Grand Battle, Grand Adventure, complete with the delicious 4Kids dub.
It's my dream, and nobody's gonna stop me! I'm gonna find One Piece, and then I'll be king of the pirates!
Let me know who your favourite Kill la Kill character is. Best girl Mako, don't fight me, you're already wrong. And don't forget to like and subscribe as well. And thank you for watching.